stuff off of the driveway. And then he came over and moved it back. And he says he's allowing that much space to make it through. I don't know how realistic that is. Possible. But
so I can get it through. If he's a poor driver, that's on me.
We're just trying to be reasonable here, man.
What was that?
We're just trying to be reasonable here.
I tried to be reasonable from the beginning. In fact, I explained from the very beginning when he was there. All I wanted was apology. It didn't happen. They wanted to continue to escalate and treat me like shit. They wanted to keep calling you guys, and it resulted in me having emergency surgery. So I'm not giving an inch.
So you're just going to block the driveway?
I'm going to block my property.
Okay. You're going to block the driveway?
I'm going to block my property.
But that's the driveway.
I'm going to block my property.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I've already talked to the prosecutor.
I'm
going to be honest with you. I think you're being unreasonable.
I think I'm being funny at this point, really.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, but you know, he took it to this place, so I'm gonna. He still hasn't apologized. He could do it right now, but he won't. So if his ego can't come down, why should mine? I'm the one that got assaulted.
Okay. We're not here to, rehash anything.
And not,
in the past.
I don't have any ill will towards you. In fact, I even told him I thought he was excellent last time, and I have a problem with the people that I have a problem with, and I don't blame other people just because you work in the same office.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. All right. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll kind of figure out where we're going to go from here. But I mean, as far as what our
if you honestly don't know, then I don't. See, if you already know, there's multiple things you need to apologize for, but you want to ask me what I want an apology for. What do you feel sorry for? Nothing? Then I guess I don't feel sorry for this. I mean, I don't feel sorry for this then.
I can give you an apology.
Well, I could leave it here.
That's cool. I still give you an apology.
You just said it. You're not sorry for anything, so it doesn't matter.
I just don't know what to be sorry for.
Well, then that's... You really don't understand an apology then.
Not with what's happening with this. Hey, man.
You caused me to be assaulted twice by the deputies. The first time... Hold on. You want to know? Stop talking.
You won't even let me get a word out. Come on.
You asked, so let me talk.
Go ahead.
You called. After you came out here and talked to me and I explained all the property rights, you still went in and lied to 911. You claimed that there was a prowler out there, a possibly homeless tweaker, randomly hitting things in the woods with a shovel. No, I was doing something very specific. I maintain this culvert and keep it clean so DOT doesn't have to come out and do it. Because all it takes is a couple shovelfuls every couple of weeks. I had to have emergency spinal surgery because of you. Of course I haven't been maintaining it. Because you called them a second time when that lady had a blowout with her trailer. You called them, and then they came and assaulted me because you're trying to lay claim to this land. Did you? No. Did you cause it? Yes. Then I don't have to move it. Cool.
All we're doing, dude, is just...
I don't care.
All we're trying
That's
to do.
awesome. If your friend can't drive through here, I guess he's a shitty driver. That's not my fault either.
Whatever you want to think.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with you. You think that you're in the right, and I think you're fucking ridiculous.
What am I being ridiculous about? We're just trying to move out.
Yeah, that's great. I don't have to help you.
Don't want to.
Good. Then, there you go. So you just heard him say he doesn't want me to help him.
I think he just doesn't want you to stop him.
I'm not. There's plenty of room right there.
I think
You're gonna be happy once
you
we're
are
out
stopping
anyways,
him.
right?
Oh, I absolutely will.
So why are you making this difficult?
You can drive right there. I don't have to act. If you're not sorry, I do not have to give you access to my property. Pay somebody else to move you out.
How can they do that?
If you go somewhere else and never come back, pay somebody to move you out. It's you, you're the one that doesn't want to apologize, so...
I said I'd give you an apology.
No, okay. You're the one that doesn't think you owe a meaningful apology. You already acknowledge that you don't think you owe one for anything, so you can say the words and everyone here will know that you're lying.
That first incident that happened, you act like you were not rude. You act like you were nothing. When you told me to fuck off that it was your property, how do you think I was?
You were the one that came out aggressively.
That's what you do.
I have every right to defend myself and stand up to you.
What did I say? I said, hey, is everything good? And then you said, it doesn't have to be good. It's my fucking property. That's how you said it. You know you did. Yeah.
He's on the phone, then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
I've already talked to the prosecutor. I know the end of this.
Okay. What was your first name? I'm on. I'm just. No, I've never been out here before. I've never been out here before. Okay, so I don't know who you are.
Well, okay, if you were being honest, then my name is Josh, but I think that's kind of ridiculous that you wouldn't know that and showing up.
Well, if you saw the side of my car, you wouldn't think that. I'm a traffic deputy, so my job isn't to usually come out here.
I'll agree with you. Then I apologize. You're correct. I'll acknowledge that you got to get there.
Yeah, that's why I don't generally come out here and but I was in the area, so I thought I'd stop. That's kind of why I'm here.
Well, most people that show up are generally briefed on it already.
Okay.
So I mean, forgive me that I do. I'm going to take your word for it, but I hope you understand why I would be sent.
No, I understand. Yeah. So basically, the gist is you don't want him access to the property.
I don't want him on my property.
But you
There
with
is no easement, and there's a very specific reason that there is no easement. And just because you're not aware of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Aren't people usually allowed access to their property?
On a revocable basis, in this case, yeah.
Who's revocable?
I can revoke it.
Well, I thought there was state law that said that people have to have access.
No. Oh, okay, if it was landlocked, but they own more property along the highway than I do, including all the way back to Cape Horn. There's plenty of other places to place a driveway. Out of convenience and cost, they choose to cross my land. I had an understanding with the previous owners, and they respected my property rights, so there was no issue. When Barb bought this place, I talked to her about it. I made sure she understood the situation. She acknowledged my rights and said that this guy wouldn't be a problem, but then he was.
So is this purely you don't like this guy, so that's why you want to...
I was assaulted, and I had to have emergency surgery because of his actions.
So this is like punitive. Like you don't like
This
him,
is
so you're
me
trying to do this.
defending my property from somebody who thinks that they can do whatever they want. And you heard him say he doesn't feel like he needs to apologize for anything.
Okay.
So if I don't know what more needs to be said, because if he doesn't feel the need to apologize, I don't.
But you'll allow other people access. You just don't want to allow
Actually,
him.
yeah, I even told Barb that if she had a contractor contact me, that I would allow the contractor to use this driveway in order to put in a new driveway.
I mean, isn't this something that you might want to like go to court on?
I don't need to go to court. I already established everything. If anybody needs to go to court, it would be them, trying to prove that they have rights to it. They don't have any evidence. They have a simple claim of, oh, well, we used it, so we get to.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's going to be the basis of their claim, then I'm going to reuse it and take it back.
But you're only doing that for him and not anybody else.
No, at this point it will be with Barb. So yeah.
But didn't you just say you would allow
I do still expect her to purchase an easement for any future use. But that easement will be very specifically written, and Willard is aware of the reason.
And so, what happens if they bring you to court and a judge orders that this is their easement?
I would obviously appeal, but obviously I have to abide by a judge's order until I can have that changed.
So you
they
would
don't
abide,
have that.
but you would abide by an order if a judge said this shall be used by both parties.
A actual elected judge that I get to appear before and plead my case. I mean, that's how this country works, is it not?
Yeah. So I'm just wondering.
They haven't done that, so why is it that I am the one failing to do something when they haven't done it?
No, I'm not saying you're failing
I'm the
to do
one that
anything.
owns the land. If anybody needs to try to prove they have a right to access it, it is them. And that's even according to your policy manual. Have you read your policy manual in detail? I've read every page.
Well, I doubt that.
No. I did the public records request, and it's 710 pages. Is it not?
No, it's not.
It's longer. You have a longer one that's not released to the public. Because the one I can pull it up on my phone right now.
Okay. But a policy manual changes.
I requested it just a few months ago, so I should have the most recent version.
Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. You'd have to do another public disclosure
But
request.
that policy follows the RCW, which I can also pull up. And the RCW specifically states that all I have to do is say, this is my land, and then you enforce it. If I am wrong, I can be held civilly liable. You are immune to that liability. It specifically states so in the RCW. Okay? It also states that they have a short period of time to prove they have the right to access it. They don't have any documentation to prove that they have the right to access it.
But isn't there also an RCW that states that they have to be allowed access to their property? And if there is
No. The one that
easement,
what you're confusing is the one that's regarding landlocked properties. If this property was not on a road and surrounded by several pieces of property, then yes, a law would require an easement to access that property.
well, what if there was a moat around 3/4 of a property that has access to roads, but because of this moat,
It doesn't mean in cases of waterways, it does not mean that they don't have to build a bridge. They don't just get to cross somebody else's land. And on top of that, as you said, you're trying to say 3/4. That means there's still a quarter that touches the road. Not only
I guess-
on the highway, but Cape Horn. So there's multiple places for them to install a driveway on land they own. It is a matter of cost that they do not want to do. That's not my fault.
and I'm not here to order, give a judge's order or
No,
anything like that.
I'm giving you the explanation of the situation.
I'm just more of trying to kind of figure out where you're coming from.
That's why I'm giving you the explanation of the situation.
Because again, it kind of just seems like you don't like this guy, so
I absolutely don't.
so you're just trying to kind of play hardball.
You heard him. Why shouldn't I?
I mean, because you guys are neighbors, and you should want to get along with your
No,
neighbors.
but there's an even bigger plot twist than that. And it didn't temper his behavior, so why should it temper mine? He is the biological cousin of my adopted brother.
Okay.
And if that's not going to temper his behavior, why should it temper mine?
Well, you could be the bigger person.
I could, but I'm the one that got assaulted, and he can't even give it, right now, because he wants to access a driveway, he'll say, oh, I'm sorry. But he's already acknowledged, even before he would say it, that he doesn't mean it in any shape or form.
Would you apologize for him for the way you're acting?
What am I supposed to apologize for?
Well, I guess that would be the same question he's asking you.
How did I disrespect his property rights?
Well,
How did I have him assaulted?
You're disrespecting his way to get to the property.
Because
And you acknowledge that you're doing this purely because you don't like him.
Honestly, I'm like feeling like I'm stuck in like a smaller version of this Israel-Palestine thing.
Okay.
Like before 1947, Israel didn't exist, right?
Okay.
And then if you look at a map when they first established it, you see how tiny it is within Palestine. And then you look at a current map now. They're the occupiers and invaders, not Palestine. Everything Palestine's doing is in defense, but you got the news screaming, oh, these are crazy terrorists. Okay? But yet, they're the ones defending their home, and have been since 1947. Is it just time that all of a sudden means, oh, now we're the defenders? When does the occupying force stop being an occupying force?
Yeah, I'm not here to discuss
That's
politics.
the situation I feel like I'm in.
Man. Okay.
I mean, I realize that that's kind of a grander version of it, but maybe that helps you see my perspective a little bit.
I understand. I mean, I don't agree, but I understand.
If I let them take this, how much more are they going to take? As I pointed out, you already felt comfortable to walk all the way over there.
I think they're just trying to leave.
They still felt comfortable to walk all the way over there.
But they're trying to leave, right?
It doesn't matter. It could have stopped right here, right? Everything could have been put right here. But instead, this right here was actually thrown across the street. I'm the one that collected it over from there.
Okay.
So you could actually ticket him for littering. Because he's the one that chucked it in over there at the waterway. There's also a ladder missing. There's also a pressure washer missing. He gets to take whatever he wants.
Well, if you abandon it, right?
No, this is on my property. I can store whatever I want wherever I want on my property.
That isn't true.
Yeah, it is.
You should look at the county code on that. There's actually a county code that says you're not allowed to do that.
If you want to pull something up for me to read, I'll read it. As I said, I'm willing to follow the rules, but from what I have established with the prosecutor, I am following the rules to the letter right now.
I mean, you are pretty close to being this not even near your property. You're actually pretty close to this being DOT.
I actually have a T-post driven into the ground to establish where that 33 feet is. Believe me, I figured this one out. I think he actually saw me out there with the tape measure, so he can vouch for that.
Okay. I mean, it's not an established thing. It goes by actually road.
I know. I looked it up. It's 33 feet from the yellow line.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I believe you. I'm here to argue.
And now down a little bit further, it's actually quite a bit wider, which I found kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Like if I actually lived down there, then my fence would be too close to the road. But here it's 33 feet. So, in fact, and even when I dealt with him last time, you start walking towards me. I was like, hey, I didn't give you permission to step on my property, and he's like, this is the right of way. I was like, actually, I've measured. You stepped about a foot over. So I know exactly where it is, specifically because of the situation. In fact, if we had I have a metal detector, but if you had a metal detector, you'd be able to find the marker that's right over there, and then you'd be able to look at the markers that are over here and figure it out where the line is pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm right on it. Like, I know where it is. I haven't crossed it, but I know where it is.
Okay. Where'd you bring all this from anyway? Is this on your property?
I was gonna fix this up, but I did some of this stuff I have ideas for. I have been kicking around the idea of converting this bicycle frame into a paddle wheel for that little creek.
Alright. That was Prosecutor Brandon Platter. He's got to allow him access to their property, man.
Right there.
It's an access thing.
Right there. I've already discussed it with him.
taken aside. Okay.
Huh?
Well, if they can't fit that truck through there,
They absolutely could. I could.
If they run over your stuff,
they're welcome to try.
they're trying to move your stuff.
I understand.
We will make that kind of thing that it's not reasonable for them to have to try to fit through there with their big truck and trailer.
Okay, you keep trying to say things that are your problem.
Right, my opinion.
But then there's the things that are my problem and my responsibility.
I can talk you through that.
Okay.
Best.
So we're going to go discuss this real quick, and then we'll be right back, okay?
Sounds good.
Alrighty. He's gonna discuss with you some stuff, okay? We'll just let him get done. Sound good?
I already knew what the outcome of this whole thing was.
What's the
My
outcome?
goal is to be a constitutional law lawyer.
Okay.
So like that's my, I have letters of recommendation for law school and everything. I actually helped one of my lawyers out with something he couldn't figure out. So it's kind of the way my mind works. So I believe me, I know what I'm doing right now. I looked it all up. I have the numbers to a T.
Well, you seem to, I mean, honestly, that's not very lawyerly at all to know something. I have talked to a lot of lawyers, and you know what they generally tell me? It depends. Whenever I ask a question, they never give me a direct answer. All they say is, it depends.
Well, because it depends on who they're going to represent.
Well, no, it's not that.
No,
It is.
listen, if I understand the argument that their lawyer made, and if I was in their shoes, I might try to make the same argument and hope the other party didn't know any better. You know, for a chess move, I think it was wonderful. Like, it didn't work, but I think it was a reasonable move, I guess.
Do you not think it's reasonable for them to get out of here?
I had to have emergency surgery. I
So
don't.
you're just
I
not
really
willing to
don't
be
think you.
reasonable?
I don't think you comprehend the level of pain that I ended up in.
No, I think I do. I just don't agree.
In my opinion, they're suffering far less than I did.
I mean, that's your opinion.
And the fact that you don't share it is where I lose respect for you. Because again, I was the one assaulted.
Yeah, but they didn't assault you.
No, he caused it though.
But he didn't assault you.
No, but he caused it. He made it happen. If I actually have the 911 calls. I've listened to them. I know what he said. I know how he lied. Even if you talk to Dills both Dills and Willard have acknowledged that he lied to them. But he lied on those 911 calls. Like that's one of the reasons why I know that I'm in the outcome of this, because I've already discussed it with Dills and Willard, and they're above you.
Okay, if you say so.
Yep. Am I wrong about your rank?
I'm a deputy.
Is Willard above you?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that's what you were disputing.
No, I just don't agree with anything that you're doing here.
That's fine.
Yeah. I know it's fine.
There are things that you guys I disagree with, but
And
overall,
that's-
I think
and-
you're necessary.
And that's fine as well.
So I mean, you can disagree with this, but overall, it's necessary.
That is your opinion.
Absolutely.
I mean, are you willing to, like, this is the hill you're going to die on. You're going to be sitting out here all night.
Sure.
Okay. Fair enough. And then this is how you want to spend your time.
I admit I feel bad for you guys.
Oh, don't feel bad for us, man. This is what we do.
And you know what? Since you're actually trying to figure it out and be respectful, I'm willing to move a little bit.
I appreciate that.
That's what I've been looking for the whole time.
Not a problem. I mean, they're just trying to get them out. I'm just trying to get them out. I get it's been taken too far, and you're standing your ground. Those are right too, but now it's affecting me, and I'm
I
just
know.
trying to help.
And I watched you come out and be respectful and try to figure it out, and that's why I'm willing to work with you. I'm not working with him. I even specifically said I would allow him to pay other people.
What did you say?
They just had a conversation. I think the first thing is just trying to talk it out.
They're going to try to throw some stuff. Or they're going to Just try to wait it out.
I'll start. I think they were thinking if we just start sprinting stuff all the way to his house and then come back and outpace him. Who?
Bus. Guys being